Hello, and good morning to you. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day today, and blessings to you, Tyra, and everybody that's tuned in. I hope you're having a beautiful Onpassive day. Um, I hope that everything that you put your hand to today is going to be successful. And I suppose, in keeping with that, thank you, Tyra. I appreciate your invitation to speak on your platform. I know that you always make it fun. And when we spoke earlier, you were asking about reasons to join Onpassive, and that to me, man, that is an absolutely no-brainer. I mean, it's all about the founder, right? And lifting humanity. So I want to talk a little bit about Onpassive and more about why joining as a founder, right? Joining GoFounders right now is a very smart move. Now, a few years ago, Mr. Ash Muffar, our CEO, our brainiac extraordinaire, couldn't find a business model that actually worked with the ethical standards that he wanted to set out. So he set out to learn what was needed for online success. Now, he turned to universities in his search, schools, higher learning, academics, and earned a master's in information technology. But even following that, he couldn't find any programs that offered degrees in network or digital marketing. Not even an associate's degree, if you can believe it. But he did find executive courses of study through Harvard that offered conceptual instruction for internet business, and they taught a whole lot of theory. So he went back to school, learned a bunch of concepts, and he began to work on an outline for perfecting the internet business, and that led him to create a radical new business model backed by world experience, and that's what Onpassive is based on, right? And I'd recommend watching a video that talks about that business model that he came up with. So it's called Onpassive, the Perfect Solution, and if you haven't seen it, you may want to check it out. It gives characteristics for the business model that works in any business, and Onpassive was birthed through that model. It is that business. Well, Onpassive's product offering is a massive cache of tools that equates to an abbreviated version of everything in the digital world. In short, Onpassive is an AI IT company with a huge digital ecosystem that contains everything needed to build and to automate any online business or presence. And right now, that includes some 40 to 50 digital products, all seamlessly integrated to work with each other in that system. And we are quite literally an abbreviated internet. So incidentally, we also have some physical products that are on the way. So it's okay to stop trying to figure things out, folks. We've got it here. You just need to learn about us, focus, and join us and jump into your future, right? Because the world is changing, and Onpassive is changing the world. We are massive, automated, debt-free, and done for you. But there's a lot more to Onpassive, to its radical business model, than a lot of people may have heard about, right? Things that are built into it that you don't even know about. And these things, as opposed to products in an ecosystem, are things philosophically, right, mentally, and digitally woven through its very many levels. And we call those things conglomerately our AI with heart, right? That makes the business model flip the conventional model on its ears and guarantees our success. So because all of that stuff entangled with the digital infrastructure, right, there's an emotional, energetic infrastructure that promotes a compassionate business that's got a benevolent bent toward the founder and toward humanity at large. But you need to understand time is short for becoming a founder and claiming that promise, right? And though things may change based on internal business shifts or perhaps world events as we've seen in the past, we're truthful about everything that we've said we've done, and history is going to bear us out. And the paradigm shift that is Onpassive, it will certainly, well, almost certainly launch in 2021 as a conscious business. And yeah, conscious business, that is a thing, all right? It's a business that intends to have a positive impact in the world for both the people of the world and for the planet, right? For the greatest good. And Onpassive is going to emerge as a conscious business with the greatest single digital ecosystem of products ever offered in one place at the lowest cost, with the most generous, most revolutionary playpen pay plan that you have ever seen. And that can be borne out by a lot of videos that you can listen to. So please, anyway, understand that Onpassive's vision is centered on lifting the human condition, on raising humanity. Well, that's what we mean when we say that we have heart, right? And to that end, we want you to know that Onpassive is far, far bigger than the original version, well, the original vision that was presented by Mr. Mufara almost 3 years ago. Wow, I'm coming up on my 3rd year anniversary. This is crazy, right? Anyway, and it's also very radically different from anything that you may have imagined, or certainly anything that you have ever seen, because there is nothing that we can even compare it to. And you also need to know the greatest potential for reaping rewards through Onpassive is by joining Go Founders, which will soon be, incidentally, O Founders. And that'll fit the theme of everything else that we've got, you know, with all the O products. Right now, founders can acquire positions for $97 US dollars by joining Go Founders before we have the official Onpassive launch. And the cost for joining is just for the founder position, okay? It doesn't include anything else. And we don't know if there's going to be a price increase once we start the VIP launch, which is when Onpassive will test the marketing and money flow components. But it's assumed there will be, since an increase could fund bonuses as a means to test the money flow. But we don't know yet, so just hang on and get in now. Either way you look at it, Go Founders is a pretty exclusive club simply because its founder membership is going to be limited. Founders represent leaders that catch the Onpassive vision early and work to grow the community and their networks, you know, their net worth before we have the official Onpassive launch. So if you join any time before pre-launch, you're a founder, or excuse me, in pre-launch, you're a founder, right? After launch, after we officially launch, no more founders are going to be accepted. And the founders we launch with are the founders we have forever. Well, unless they get themselves in trouble, which some have been known to do, so they've been suspended or terminated. And the founders, right, they are going to be known globally. So if that's a carrot for you, jump on board. Because yes, sir, it is an elite position and it's an elite group. So in case you haven't heard enough yet, right, you should become a founder just to enjoy freedom, if for no other reason, right? And I say this because freedom, well, that's what we get when we get all the money we need, and then we have all the time that we need to enjoy it. So actually, we call that total freedom. And to understand that more, do a Google search on a Onpassive phrase. It's called CATMO, right? Just search Onpassive CATMO, C-A-T-M-O, because you see, Onpassive is a complete system. It's automated through AI and generates traffic and money. CATMO, C-A-T-M-O for short. And CATMO equals total freedom. Just simply saying that when you have a complete system that's completely automated, that generates all your traffic and provides residual, perpetually growing money, man, you're into it. You need to join. And that's us. So you need to join. And this means that founders are going to earn a whole lot more, exponentially more, than post-launch members, right? I mean, think about it. They're going to have to enjoy, to enjoy total freedom, you're going to have more than enough to fill your tank. You're going to have enough to have money in the bank for a rainy day and money to share with others. So that's the goal here, right? In that way, we lift humanity. We lift people around us, right? And they're going to earn simply more, or more simply, because founders have networks and they earn residual income from every sale, millions, eventually billions, made in those networks as we move forward. And it's important to know too that the networks, right, and the sales, hence the income, is going to grow month after month after month after year to become our legacy, right? This will be the inheritance for our kids and our grandkids. Excuse me. One way to ensure a very fast success through us is by personally inviting others to join before Onpassive goes to the public. Additionally, that's just one way you're going to grow. Additionally, when the VIP launch starts, which is a pre-launch period during which Onpassive's marketing and money flow components are going to be tested, new members will also be placed in the founders teams on the company dime, so to speak, right? They're going to do it for you. So that's another way you grow, and that's before launch. And then that, as you know, is a massive benefit. But furthermore, Onpassive is going to put members in founders networks through super campaigns that will run even after we open to the public. And there's a lot of them, right? There's several of them. And these massive campaigns are scheduled to take place immediately following the launch. They're expected to bring in millions and millions of members. And as said earlier, those members, which become the customers and resellers, are all placed in founders networks, in founders teams, right? In their customer base. And the founders have the ability to promote, to invest, to bring in others immediately once you join. So the more members you have in your network, the customer base, the more networks are going to be built for you by Onpassive through their marketing machine. And I'm telling you, it's a machine. Mr. Muffar has been doing this for 25 years, and he's got it down to the numbers. Another great benefit, as you might imagine, is to pre-build networks in pre-launch with free tools, right? No monthly cost, and there's no sense of urgency. But you don't have to. You can, if you want to, sit back and wait. The company will make you successful. It's just going to take a bit longer, right? I mean, you could wait too until Onpassive opens to the public before joining. But if you do, now get this, if you do, you will lose the founder opportunity. And that's the premier opportunity here. Now, those joining after we open publicly are limited. They can become customers that can use Onpassive's products to automate their business. For instance, say you've got a cell phone store. Well, you can bring it into Onpassive, have it totally automated, which includes your traffic and everything else, right? For a fraction of the cost that you now spend for an online storefront and everything that entails. You can also become a totally automated reseller. So there's a customer you can be, and you can be a reseller of Onpassive's products. Now, being a customer or a reseller, or both, you can be both after launch, right? They can still be really lucrative, but not anywhere near as lucrative as being a founder. Remember, pre-building your network and your net worth is a lot easier when time is your friend, it's on your side, and you're not paying a monthly fee for the privilege, right? And all the tools are provided. You can't do that as a post-launch customer or reseller. So post-launch membership has no founder advantage with it because Onpassive stops accepting new founders the day we launch. I hope that's clear enough, right? That means you cannot, after post-launch, you cannot become a founder, period. And it's the founder advantage that makes all the difference because founders are the gateway to Onpassive. And Onpassive is the gateway to fulfilling your dreams and your future. Now, Onpassive is going to impact the entire world, obviously, because the demand for what we have is so much greater than what most people think. We're already talking to companies that want to offer their memberships, which are in the millions, by the way, to the opportunity to gather under the Onpassive umbrella, you know, our total internet solution umbrella. And that's a no-brainer for them because they've seen that our products have applications that are far beyond any kind of internet marketing. They're relevant for government, industry, education, healthcare, communications, technology, even religion. I mean, come on, there's no market that we can't tap into or help. And strategies to drive that success, they're not going to just disappear after launch either. We have things in place to make sure that massive growth and profitability go and continue right into the next generation. And Onpassive has already anticipated events that occur early in the life of a new business, right? Startups. And preemptively, we have created additional products and services, even inventions that you haven't even heard about yet, to be deployed methodically, layered as multiple post-launch phases. It's a done deal. Success is a foregone conclusion, and we have got it mapped out. So for any of you that are looking for a sales pitch, here it is, right? Spend the $97 to get a founder's position. You only need one. Of course, more is going to get you where you want to be a lot faster. But you could also relax and wait for the magic to happen since your success is guaranteed, right? If you got one founding position and you sit back and do nothing, you will eventually be very, very successful. And maybe next video, I'll try to explain that, Tyra. Right? Or better yet, you can exponentially increase your success by placing founders in your team before we launch, in pre-launch, right? You can do this. I mean, you can. You can do this. And I'm inviting you right now, if you haven't joined already, right? Get in. If an existing founder has given you an invitation to join, get back with that founder. Please sign up with that team. I mean, wow. If you haven't been invited, then I would love to have you in our team. Tyra would love to have you in her team. Anybody would love to have you, period. Simply because when you're in our team, you're going to be successful, and that's going to make us more successful. So anyway, I'd love to have you in our team. So would anybody else. So just sign in the link down in the description box below, or not sign, but click on it and go in and register. You're going to be very glad that you did. And other than that, you know, we look forward to working with you. We look forward to having you in GoFounders with us and helping you to be successful. And we're all connected, so we're all helping each other to be successful. And I want to thank you so much for listening to this. I look forward to working with you, and I wish blessing upon blessing for you and for your family for all the generations to come. Thanks.